Officer Don Nuts for this month's edition of LPD's Kids Patrol. And hey, I thought it'd be a good idea to come down to the PD and take a tour of this facility that's now 8 years old. And joining me is Deputy Chief John Kornmann. How you doing, Deputy Chief?
I'm doing great, Don.
Hey,
how are you?
I'm doing good. Can I call you DC throughout the interview?
You can call me that. That'd be fine.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Well, hey, tell me what takes place here in the lobby of the PD. You know, I mentioned that this building is 8 years old now. What takes place here in the lobby?
Well, the lobby's sort of like the front door at your house. This is where we welcome people to the police department. And when they come here, they may come to the lobby to buy a dog license. They may come here to get a copy of a police report, or even to report a crime or see an officer for something.
Very good. Now there's some people at the window there. What do they do?
They are our record staff or our administrative services. They process all of the reports that we take. So they see every piece of paperwork that we write. They handle all of our paperwork, which is, at the police department, is a really big deal. They're very, very important here, and they keep us rolling along smoothly. So they're integral part of our team here.
And they're the ones that handle all the nuts that come in, right?
Especially you, yep.
That's good. Well, let's go to another area of the PD, John.
All right.
I'll follow you.
Great.
Here we go. We have now relocated deeper inside the police department, and we are now in the patrol area. Tell me about the patrol area here, Deputy Chief.
Well, this is home to the 30 patrol officers and the sergeants that work the patrol division.
And what exactly do they do in these spaces?
This is where they use their computers. They type up all the reports and do everything that they need for reporting purposes. This is sort of their home within the police department.
Very good. And maybe people don't know that officers do a lot of paperwork, correct?
A lot. That's one of the things you never see on TV is the hours and hours and hours that go into the paperwork portion of our jobs.
There's a lot of action typing on those computers, right?
Yeah, that's the real exciting part that you see on all those police shows is the typing and the paperwork.
That was my favorite part of 1 Adam 12 when they'd go do all their paperwork. Hey, let's go to the next area, Deputy Chief.
All right.
Here we go. Hey, John, I don't think I've ever been in this part of the police department. What is this area?
This is called the Sally Port.
Oh, this is where you keep all the prisoners named Sally?
Sort of.
Yeah?
It's actually a garage we use to unload and load up the prisoners or the people that are going to be visiting our holding facility, which we'll see next.
I see. And why do they call it the Sally Port?
I don't know. It's one of those things, I don't even think it's a word, but that's what they call it.
It's just a tradition that all departments have had a Sally Port.
That's what they call a place where you unload and load people, is a Sally Port.
Very good. Well, can we go into the holding cell areas?
Let's go on in there. We'll show you where it is.
Okay, here we go. Wow, John, these are the holding cell areas. Why do you have holding cells? Well,
these are called a receiving cell. This is the first place where somebody stops if they've been arrested.
Ah, very good. And how long do they normally stay here? They don't actually live here, do they?
Not here. The longest somebody can stay at Lakeville Police Department in this cell is 4 hours. Either they're going to stay here for 4 hours, or they're going to go over to the county jail, or they're going to go home. But nobody lives here in our jail. Very good. Now, this is kind of a sparse little room that looks like they got padding there, and they've got an area for sanitation, and... Yep, you've got your bed, you've got your bathroom, and that's about all you have in here. And this is not a fun place to live. So. I don't think so. And people who do end up here, they're really in trouble, aren't they? And that means they've had a bad day, and that, they probably did something wrong. Very good. Well, hey, John, let's finish up by seeing my favorite area of the PD, the area where you keep all the squad cars. All right, that's my favorite area, too. Very good. All right, John, we've moved downstairs to my favorite area of the PD, which is the parking area where we have all the cool squads. Tell me, how many squads can you guys park down here? We have room for 60 vehicles down here. Wow, 60 vehicles. And how many different types of squads vehicles do you have down here? Right now we have 4 different kinds. We have unmarked investigator cars, CSO trucks, and CSO type vehicles. patrol cars, and then unmarked traffic cars.
Cool. Now, what is the main vehicle that the officers drive? I know you have like these Explorers and some of the old Crown Vics, right?
Yep, our main vehicle would be a marked car, just like you see right here.
So, John, I'm wondering, why do you have the vehicles parked inside? I mean, isn't that a lot of money for the taxpayers to spend to have you guys have vehicles inside?
Well, that's part of it, is the taxpayers, these are the taxpayers' cars, and we want them to stay in good shape. We want them to start when it's cold, and even in the summer, we want them to stay in good shape. The sun can be really, really hard on these cars. So we want them inside. We actually save 10,000 gallons of fuel by parking them inside.
Well, yeah, because at the old PD, you guys, everything was parked outside.
Everything was parked outside. When it was 20 below, the cars were 20 below. So this indoor parking garage is actually a good thing for the taxpayer because it protects their investment. It protects your investment.
I like it. And I'm a nut. That's great. Well, John, I want to thank you so much for your time today, taking this short tour of the PD that's now 8 years old.
All right, well, thanks for coming.
Hey, before we go, there's another vehicle over there that looks kind of strange. I didn't realize it was part of the PD fleet. Could we take a look at that quick before we go?
Sure we can.
All right, come in, over here. Let's be good.
Right.
Okay, John, let me guess. You use this for canines? No, wait a minute, don't tell me. You use this for investigations? Wait a minute, one more. You use it to pull squads out of snowbanks.
Not quite on that one either.
What is it then?
Well, this whole garage is self-cleaning. We cleaned it ourselves. So we had to get a machine like this to keep the floors clean, because in the winter, all that road grime and dirt and salt and everything else comes in the building. We want to keep the building clean and looking nice. Again, remember, this is a taxpayer's building. We want to keep it clean. So this machine does that for us.
Oh, John, that is absolutely fabulous. And thank you so much again for taking me on the tour and telling me about this cool thing. Hey, after the segment, can I drive this around?
Sure, you can clean the whole place.
That's great. I love to clean. So until next time, everyone, this is Officer Don Nuts for LPD's Kids Patrol. Show me quick. How do you start it, John? How do you start it?
Over here, key.